Yes, on Keel heard via the Jack Spring Electric Keel Newsmaker hotline. City Engineer Patrick Furlong is here. Hey, Mr. Patrick, welcome back to Keel. How you doing this morning?
I'm great. Good morning. How are you?
Patrick, the list was distributed about road drainage projects that many are saying unfairly distributes the money. How did you come up with the list? And what is this list based on? Is it based on data from when?
Sure. It's based on data from 2014.
Why?
Back
Stop.
then,
Let me stop you there. Why? We've done a lot of work since then. Why do you go back to 2014 data?
well, we had a company survey our roads back then. They surveyed the roads and gave each road a rating, which is known as the Pavement Condition Index, the PCI. It's between 0 and 100. That's the best data we have. Every time we overlay a road or repair it, we update that PCI. We upgrade the rating to 100. So we do maintain that data, and it's the best available data. It's not the freshest data. It'd be nice to have the street surveyed again, but it's still a good tool. It's still relevant.
As you are looking at this distribution of funds, about $10 million, give or take, and it was like, and I guess the big controversy is that District C, John Nicholson, is about $100,000, 1%. District D, Grayson Butcher, $200,000 or so, about 2%. How were those numbers? How'd you arrive at those numbers?
Well, we didn't mean it to cause a controversy. We did it blind to council district. If you look at the list and see the column with that lists the district, that was an afterthought because we knew that people would want to know what district the work was going to be in. So we did the list based solely on data and not on council district.
And so basically, you just assessed all the roads in Shreveport, and somebody else came in behind and figured out, oh wait, John Nicholson's not getting anything, Grayson Butcher's getting nothing and a penny more. Is that basically what happened?
Yeah, I've seen a spreadsheet out there with the percentages broken down per district. That was not prepared by our office.
Patrick, if we looked at this list from a year ago, would it show kind of similar percentages? Or because if it's data from 2014, last year's list should have the same kind of distribution. Did it?
I think previously the distribution was equal dollars to equal council district.
Okay, and who made that decision?
I believe that was the previous administration.
Okay, so what has changed since then?
Well, it's new staff in engineering, new methods, techniques that we've learned, and the best way to manage our assets. This is not specific to Shreveport. The PCI is a method that's used throughout the country and the world, and our engineers have spent a lot of time, learning asset management and the best way to take care of our roads.
Let me phrase it this way. Do you, as city engineer, are you comfortable with, do you have confidence in planning road repair, etc., based on data that is more than 5 years old?
I am. So the ratings were from 2014, but all the roads are 5 years older. So if a rating was 54 back then, it might be a 47 now. But all the roads have degraded. They're all 5 years older.
But it doesn't take into consideration work that's been done in that 6 years plus, right?
It does. When we do work, we upgrade the rating.
Patrick?
So some streets may degrade a little bit quicker than others. I mean, I'm not going to deny that, but it's still a very good tool.
Patrick,
So the only reason we don't go survey the roads again, it costs about $300,000 to do it.
Patrick, I trust you. The elephant in the room is that this was the mayor's directive as retribution to those council members who didn't support the bond issue and who are fighting him toe to toe on everything he's doing. Did the mayor, did the administration, did anybody from the administrative staff have anything at all to do with this list?
No. And I do interact with the administration quite a bit. I didn't even prepare this list. The engineering staff prepared this list, and there was no directive from the administration. They just wanted us to get together a roadway project.
So what happens with this list now? Typically, the council may balance things out a little bit. Is that kind of I've watched them in the past do that. Is that what you're anticipating?
Well, we have to go to City Council Tuesday, the vote to move the money from the Street Special Revenue Fund into this specific project.
So just to clarify, because we got to go here in about 2 seconds, but just to clarify, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, what you're telling us, what you're saying this morning is, listen, me and my guys, we did our survey. We made our list. Here's our assessment of city needs. Somebody else came in behind us and made it political.
Yes.
Patrick, one last thing, because there are some roads, as we know, Knight Street being one, that were in a previous bond issue. This list doesn't impact roads like that, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And what are those? What are some of those others?
Well, there's no others from previous bond issues. This is funding from the Street Special Revenue Fund that the city gets every year.
Are you sad that this has turned into this retribution mess that it has turned into?
Yeah, I don't like it. I was telling my brother about last night, and he said, I can't believe you have to deal with this stuff. But it's part of the job, and, we're going to handle it and hopefully get some streets done and spend some dollars wisely and make the city better.